Good day. This is a presentation about the best habits of the Child Study Center of Miriam College, Philippines. Taking on one of the habits, let us begin with an end in mind. Let's get to know a little more about the Child Study Center, then look at the 7 habits of highly effective people, then get to know the Leader in Me program and how it binds to the school. Then we look at where CSE is and the 7 habits now, and finally, look at how the 7 habits could better improve at the school. Miriam College is a premier Catholic school in the Philippines. It is recognized as the largest preschool in the country. It currently handles 3 levels: first step, nursery, and kindergarten. This is one perspective of how CSE looks like. Its mission includes providing wholesome learning experiences to children. It develops children holistically. This is done through the use of current and up-to-date strategies. Now, what is the 7 habits of highly effective people? It is based on Stephen Covey's framework of effectiveness. The first 3 principles pertain to the building of one's character, while habits 4 and 6 is about building on deep, lasting, and highly effective relationships. Finally, habit 7 looks at one's renewal and continuous improvement and reinforcing of oneself. We now briefly talk about each habit. Habit number 1 is be proactive. This is the habit of choice but with appropriate responsibility. It is taking full responsibility of actions, instead of blaming others for outcomes, whether desirable or not. It is being aware that one has power and freedom to choose one's responses, which are based on one's values. Habit number 2 is to begin with an end in mind. This is the habit of vision. One's self-defined goals give more meaning to what one is doing. There is focus and clarifications can be made as to what considers as important. Habit number 3 is to put first things first. The habit of integrity and execution. Once you have clearly defined goals, you are now able to spend time on things that are more important rather than those which are just urgent. More importantly, it includes saying no to things which are beyond one's capabilities. Habit number 4 is think win-win. This is the habit of mutual benefit. It is about the necessity of respect and mutual benefit. It involves a balance between courage and consideration. Moreover, thinking win-win does not necessarily mean that a deal will push through in negotiations. A win-win situation may mean not proceeding with a deal at all. Habit number 5 is to seek first to understand, then to be understood. It is otherwise known as the habit of mutual understanding. It is necessary to be effectively communicating by understanding others first. It necessitates the ability to listen empathically. Number 6 is to synergize. This is the habit of creative cooperation. From understanding others stems the valuing and celebration of differences. People work together and can practice cooperation when one has gone beyond his or her differences with others. Habit number 7 is to sharpen the saw, or the habit of renewal. In order for one to be effective in other aspects of one's life, one must take care of the self. True success can be achieved if one nourishes one's heart, body, and soul. So we now proceed to the Leader in Me program. What is it? The story behind this dates back to a problematic principal who attended one of Covey's conferences about the 7 habits. She approached Mr. Covey and asked him if this could work in a school setting. She later shared her dilemma about the state of the school she is running. High rates of dropouts, low achievement grades, and a number of delinquency cases. The answer came later on, as the Leader in Me program or the Franklin Covey Education Solutions created the Leader in Me program. The said process helps develop the essential life skills and characteristics that students need to succeed in the 21st century. Now, how did the Leader in Me program meet the CSE? It also started with a colleague who was able to attend a 7 Habits conference. It was highly recommended that she wanted to bring it to CSE. She shared this with CSE administrators. The idea did not push through, however, since the current training funds of the school could no longer cover the conference cost. However, a multinational pharmaceutical company served as angels one day when they offered to fund the training of the CSE faculty and staff in exchange for launching their new milk product in our school. With this, the 5-day training was attended by 7 administrators, 36 faculty members, 10 administrative support staff, and 3 grade school faculty members. This was done last November 3 to 7, 2009. As agreed with, a follow-up seminar was done last April 2010. The goals of the program are strongly based on prevalent issues that surround the problematic schools in the U.S. when the Leader in Me program was conceptualized. What are the goals of the program? It is to develop students to have the skills and self-confidence to succeed as leaders in the 21st century, to decrease discipline referrals, to teach and develop character and leadership through existing core curriculum, to improve academic achievement, and to raise levels of accountability and engagement among parents and staff. So how does the 7 habits bind with CSE? The well-trained and effective school staff, coupled with a prepared environment which makes use of developmentally appropriate practices, will eventually breed highly effective child leaders. This is the framework that this report works on. Information was gathered by focused group discussions among teachers who were trained with the Leader in Me program. Direct observations of actual classroom implementations was also done. The author has also interviewed teachers who were integrating the 7 habits into their class instructions. So we now proceed to the ways in which CSE has accommodated and integrated the 7 habits into its physical environment. Posters were redesigned to incorporate the characters of the school with the habits designed. Posters are posted at the different parts of the school. First Step Bulletin Board, the nursery wall, the First Step Playhouse, the CSE reception and lobby, and on staircases of the nursery and kindergarten buildings. A habit per step was made for optimal visual access. It was also posted at the principal's room or work area, posting of artworks along the corridor, and making use of 7 habits language terms for the artwork displays.